Well, all right, guys, here we are with, what is this? It's a cube. It's a crazy cube. It could even be a baby. No. We've got Vector. Let's see what happens to Vector when I press the button. And we've got the cube. Now, it looks pretty dead. It looks pretty dead. But he's coming up. He's going to come back to life, maybe. And what about the cube? Well, one of the problems with the cube is this. And it is that the batteries are proprietary, sort of. Or it's a kind of battery that it's not a AA. It's not a AAA. It's somewhere in between. And so, like, I don't know if they even sell these batteries or you can find these batteries. But it's ridiculous. But if you understand math, physics, and science, you know that a AA or a AAA battery, maybe a AAA battery, because those are a little bit thinner, I think, would fit this way. I mean, not this way, right? This way would be too large, too long. Not too large, but too long for the cube. But if you used, like if you turn the cube this way, right? You know that the distance from this to this, is longer than the distance between this and this down here, right? Yeah. So you can still fit a decent normal battery in these things, but I guess they didn't think of that. They didn't think of that. They didn't call that pesky conniving son of a gun Marco Reviews. And so that's what happens. Oh no. Vector needs to be on his charger or something. It looks like he's dead. Deader than last time. He's deader. I wanted to show you how cool the new Vector is, but he's deader than last time. I finally Oscarized him. I love Lady Oscar. Anyway, you guys don't know that cartoon. There's a cartoon, really cool cartoon, that I grew up watching when I was a kid. Anki the robot is supposed to stay on, and then it dies. Look at that, look at that. It's so sad. It's so sad. I have to change the battery. I bought this thing, was it 5 years ago? Something like that. And it took me 5 years to Oscarize him. And now that he's finally Oscarized, his battery's dead. You gotta be kidding me. Oh no. Wait. Did he just come back to life? Just to tick me off. Oh my god. He's Oscarized. Anyway. I love that name. I love that name, Oscar. But they ruined it. You know, when I can figure out, because even after you Oscarize this thing, you still can't do anything with it. You still can't remotely control it from your computer. You got to do all kinds of other stuff on top of that. Even after you flashed it twice, you put the original flash system. He's crashing out more than I was yesterday. And so yeah, so he crashes out more than I was crashing out yesterday. Let's see if I can show you guys the cube. I turned it into a USB port QB. Will it? Can't stick it in the port. That's what she said. Anyway, is it running? It's running. I think it's running. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it on screen. It's supposed to be seeable, so you're supposed to be able to see it, but it runs anyway. I have to use a USB port now to run the cube, which is so sad. Or I might have to modify the cube to stick in a proper battery, like a AAA battery in it. Anyway, we've got our cute little robot. I may decide to call him Oscar or Belinda. We'll have to figure that one out. But for now, he's pretty cute. Let me see if I can show you. No. Does he need to be on his thing? A flat surface, maybe? I need to get into one of his menus, but apparently he does not want to go into his menu. Typical. Instead of going into his menu, he just turns on and off his not his Wi-Fi, but his microphone. So, dodging out more than last time. Anyway, Hepstagram. I'm gonna end up losing my eyesight over this. Anyway, so what I was trying to say is you have so many hoops to jump through to get one of these things to go back to being alive. And now he's alive, so no snark about that. He's alive again and well. But nobody wants to do this. Nobody wants to do this. You gotta learn how to spin up a server with Linux, but not 1, 2, because there's 2 different OTAs he needs to eat. He needs to eat the original modified OTA, and then he needs to take out the Oscarized OTA. So he needs to eat twice. And you know he's a picky eater. So you have to make sure that you configure this OTA file just the way he likes it and point it exactly right. Because if it's not configured with the IP of your computer, and then a specific port, which could be anything in the 8,000s, right? Just throwing out math there. Then he doesn't eat his thing. And if you perhaps like point it to a folder, then it doesn't like it because it needs to open the folder. It gets confused that you need to open a folder and then get to the file, the OTA file. So you need to point it exactly at the OTA file. Jeez Louise, it doesn't even say that in the user's manual. You have to kind of guess it, or go by the actual like Oscarized video. That there's one decent video on YouTube by the company. Anyway, oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Technology is not supposed to be this hard. But anyway, after 5 years, he's back to sort of life, and yet I still can't control him because his Wi-Fi, his Bluetooth are not open unless I connect up to another website, the official website. So I mean, like, anyway, nobody wants to do this. You wonder why technology, you wonder why this and all the other robots that they're selling you are not the most amazing thing that everybody's gonna buy this Christmas. And by the way, Merry Christmas. Some might say kiss my, but anyway, we're not gonna do that because I'm a nice person sometimes when I'm sleeping. Anyway, so yeah, there we go. Nobody wants to jump through a million hoops just to get their vector Cosmo. Whoops, he said something. Hey Alexa. Alexa doesn't work anymore. Even though he's Oscarized, Alexa doesn't work. Love it. So there's so much more I need to do now with him. I'd love to have like a DeepSeek model running on it, just to tick everybody off. And then a couple of large language models in there, but the super light versions running in here. So maybe you can have a split personality. That'd be cool. Have a crazy robot. What do you think, Oscar? I don't know. I don't know if I give him a split personality. I may not call him Oscar because I like the, as I said, I like the name. I like the name. But anyway, so yeah, the Americans ruin everything, and as you guys know, they can't get Bluetooth to run. The only company that I know that does Bluetooth well is DJI, but they killed the company, so I guess that's done. So when will the Americans catch up? Since we're, you know, fries and ketchup? Fries and ketchup, anyone? We'll just have to see. Anyway, I'll give you guys a next video if I can get him to do anything other than have conniptions, which is what he's doing right now. And so, yeah. So just think about it. In the next version of the Cube, maybe put 3 AAA batteries in there, or 1 AAA battery should be perfectly enough for a little while, so that it's easy to find these things. I mean, I've got like a whole collection of those, but whatever's going in here, that ain't cool. And then since right to repair, can you guys stop putting the battery like inside? You gotta cut the whole thing open in order to change the battery, on this thing. And what about putting in a micro SD card, so that if the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, the USB, the everything fails, you can still like press a button like on DJI, you can take the micro SD card and flash it? How about that for smart technology? No, 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 no. They will never do that. Anyway. But at least now it's AI in a box. It doesn't need the internet anymore. It's AI in the box. So we've got one W and 20 lose. 10 what is it? 20 L's. You wonder why I crash out just as much as Eli the computer guy. Like, we make these things to entertain our children, to teach them about technology, but nobody wants to learn technology this way. It should not be this hard. So anyway. More diabolical than the worst of us. Anyway, please fix it. The only thing I can say about this that is positive is the company has great customer service. So I was back and forth with customer service, and they did help a lot. So shout out to customer service. At least the company right now is at Digital Dream Labs. Has good customer service. The robots need to be redesigned from scratch, but you know, don't worry about that. I'll see you later, guys. Have a wonderful what is it? Holidays, Christmas? What's the not woke thing that you have to say these days? I don't know. Vector. Hey Vector, what should I say? What should I say? Yeah, he doesn't know. That's diabolical! Diabolical!